Isuzu trucks superior fuel economy and safety. But even Isuzu trucks can't avoid accidents or breakdowns if they are operated improperly. This video explains the proper basic operations of the Isuzu N-Series trucks, presented by Isuzu Motors International FZE Dubai. The proper way to drive trucks. Before driving, perform a thorough safety check. Take the proper driving posture. Ensure visibility. Fasten your seatbelt properly. Daily inspection is also important. Find and fix anything abnormal to avoid breaking down. The daily inspection takes only 5 minutes of moving around the truck. Check the front, brake fluid levels and impurities, window and wipers, side mirrors and lights at the front side, oil, fuel or water leakage. Check the left side, left front tire, wheel nut, pre-fuel filter, battery fluid level, rear tires and wheel nut, spare tire, rear lights. Check the right side, right rear tires and wheel nut, fuel tank cap, level of coolant, power steering fluid level, fan belt, right front tire and wheel nut. Get in the cab. Tilt down the cab. Seat position, steering position, side mirror view, 3 pedals, A, B, C, accelerator, brake, clutch, parking brake. Start the engine startup and listen for abnormal sounds. Inspect the various lights. Avoid engine overrun. In the truck industry, when the engine accelerates above a certain limit, we call it overrun. Overrun is very dangerous. It can cause serious damage such as engine breakdowns. So why does it happen? Overrun can occur when you downshift multiple gears or drive downhill without reducing your speed. To avoid overrun, it is important to know the maximum committed speed for each gear. It is good to remember the committed speed under normal operation so that you don't exceed the maximum permitted speed for each gear. It is also good to remember which gear you tend to use for each road condition and load. The following tip is to prevent misoperations. Starting your truck. Could it be you are depressing the accelerator too much when you start the truck? If you are releasing too high when you engage the clutch disc will slip and wear out quickly. Here we explain the procedure for smoothly and safely starting a truck without depressing the accelerator. First, move the gear shift to the desired position while holding down the brake pedal and the clutch pedal. Second, ease the clutch pedal to half-engaged position. Next, release the brake pedal and then the clutch pedal. Finally, apply the accelerator so that you accelerate slowly. Select the right gear for your load when you start up and while you are driving. Accelerating on a flat road. How you accelerate makes a big difference in fuel efficiency. When accelerating on a flat road, always apply half throttle and upshift when the tachometer is in the green zone. This saves fuel by maximizing engine torque. It's not fuel efficient to over-accelerate and then shift after reaching the green zone. Driving at a consistent speed. Driving at inconsistent and widely varying speed not only sacrifices safety and economy, but also increases driver fatigue. Driving without controlling your speed will make it harder to respond to a change in road gradient and cause problems when driving uphill. For safer, more economical and less turbulent driving, always check the traffic around you, the RPM reading, the speedometer, and of course the traffic ahead. Also pay attention to changes in road conditions so that you are ready to respond and keep changes in speed to within 5 km per hour. Driving uphill. If you are driving uphill in the wrong gear and you don't notice you are slowing down, you could stall or suffer poor fuel efficiency. It's necessary to pay attention to the maximum committed speed for each gear and to upshift or downshift at the right time for safe and economical uphill driving. Driving your truck uphill takes more than simply pressing the accelerator. To maximize the performance of your truck, you also need to know the maximum committed speed for each gear, the torque for the various RPMs, and the weight of your load. Even if the engine reaches the maximum permitted RPM, it won't overrun as long as you operate your truck properly. Decelerating. Did you know there is a right way to decelerate and a wrong way to decelerate? What we see here will damage the brake lining, and the wrong way involves overusing the main brake. Remember how to decelerate properly and efficiently. 1. Release the accelerator to take advantage of the engine braking power. 2. Pull the exhaust brake lever. 3. Depress the main brake. Driving downhill. When you drive a truck downhill, you need to avoid brake fade and engine overrun. In a brake fade, the braking force is reduced from over-application of the main brake. Driving in a too high gear and over-applying the main brake is dangerous because it causes brake fade. Also, driving in a high gear reduces the braking force of the engine, which can increase your speed and may cause your engine to exceed the maximum permitted RPM. Therefore, it may cause overrun. So, when you drive downhill, use the engine brake and exhaust brake and select the proper gear to avoid engine overrun. As long as you select the proper gear, use the engine brake and use the exhaust brake, you can drive downhill with little use of the main brake. It's generally appropriate to use the same gear downhill as you would use uphill. How did you like this video? If you drive based on what you learn from this video, you can be a great truck driver. Be safe, economical, and cool driving with Isuzu trucks.